Simon Maverick presents The Female by Invi Wright. Read by Avie Paige, Victor Quixabas, Markus Dominique, and Javi Wilder. Chapter 1. Charlotte. My fingers are bloody, but that's nothing new. I grab my hangnail with my teeth and rip, the pain barely registering. There's a slight metallic taste as I remove my finger from my mouth and flip to the next page in my book, eager to see what happens next. Not that I don't already know. I've read this book too many times to count, and I could recite it from memory alone. My chest expands as my lungs fill with oxygen, and I hold my breath for a long minute before letting out a silent exhale. I squint to read my book's printed words, my reading light losing charge and growing dim. I tap the side, hoping it'll brighten, but it doesn't work. Frowning, I bring the book closer to my face instead. This is better. I work through 3 more paragraphs before realizing I haven't digested a single word. Damn. I return to the top of the page. It's impossible to focus with the rats scampering within the walls and the stomping feet above my head. My dad's guests have heavy footfalls. Having people in our home is terrifying, but it would look suspicious if my dad never welcomed guests. He works with these men, and it's been a while since they last saw my mom. It's not often that ordinary men get to look at a female, and it's considered rude of my dad to keep her hidden. I think that's bullshit. Mom was lucky to have been purchased back when women were scarce but still relatively attainable. Dad had good timing, buying her only months before the seekers took over the auctions and prices for women skyrocketed. Now females, at least young ones, are practically non-existent. Whenever one is unlucky enough to be born, they're taken immediately from the hospital to a holding facility. They'll never know their parents, and they'll be forced to live there until they're of age to be sold. Mom's adamant there are many children like me, born at home and hidden without the seeker's knowledge, but I'm not so sure about that. Things have gotten especially bad in the past 20 years. The price of women is so high that men are often forced to pool their money together to afford one. I saw a news segment on a woman who'd been sold to a group of 27 men just last week. The horror is unimaginable, and it makes me wish my parents had handed me over when I was born and things were better. Now I risk being sold to many instead of just one. A particularly large bang has me jumping in my chair, my blood running cold until...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?